Oye, Loki, tal vez debamos usar tu maldición Wi-Fi.
Es muy peligroso con tanta gente aquí. Además, quiero una pelea justa.
No creo que sea muy justa. Él es el doble de tu tamaño.
Ese es problema suyo. Y no lo digo porque esté gordito.
El piloto de Loki IRL por fin está terminado. La creación que por tanto tiempo soñó Pan Pizza está en su canal y aceptó una entrevista para Codec para hablar de este proyecto y el sorpresivo cameo de un videojuego mexicano en su obra, así como la noticia de que este piloto está siendo doblado al español para el público latino. Tampoco es sorpresa, pues es sabido que Pan tiene familia mexicana y es fan del doblaje de los openings latinos que asegura son la mejor versión. Pan Pizza es un crítico de cultura popular y youtuber con un interés especial en la década de los 2000, con un humor que sinceramente habla directamente a mi alma.
Much like a stripper's love or a political YouTuber's beliefs, wrestling's fake, but no one cares. All those have fun characters, overly dramatic storylines, and cool acrobatics.
Si no lo conoces, tienes que darte una vuelta por su canal. Desde videojuegos hasta investigaciones de los media, el canal de Pan Pizza, Rebel Taxi, tiene años de contenido que de seguro te dejarán sonriendo.
There's a ton of different Spanish cultures, but the show is focused on Chicanos, those living in America that are seen as not quite American, not quite Mexican to some people. That's an experience I lived. My parents are from Mexico while I was born in the most southern point of Texas. It pertains to me, so I'm not racist. I hate all Mexicans equally. Wait! Yeah, my name is Pan Pizza. I do YouTube videos under the name Rebel Taxi, mostly about 2000s cartoons. But also, I just made a indie animation pilot called Loki IRL.
You finished Loki IRL. I know you were working on it like for years now, right?
All right, so Loki IRL was this webcomic that I don't know, love the characters. I hyperfixate on my own characters, so when I hyperfixate on something, I gotta shove it down everybody's throats. That's why I make videos on shows and stuff that I like. But anyway, Loki IRL, it's about people who bring art to life and they fight each other like Pokemon. And the main duo are a former cartoon villain and an aspiring artist, and they're both incompetent artists, but they gotta prove they're not stupid by challenging other artists to win.
So it is also a personal story, right?
Oh, very much so. Like, I feel like, well, I don't know, it's just a general broad thing. Like, I feel like even if you're not an artist, you can still relate to these characters. Every time you hear an artist talk about doing animation, they always describe it as the most difficult thing ever or the worst thing ever, and it over time it just becomes so ingrained that animation's hard. It's like not even worth trying. It just becomes too intimidating. But I don't know, like people just need an entry point. Like I don't know. When I started Loki IRL, I thought about just doing it as like storyboards, and that's what I was going to release it as, just black and white pencil doodles just to get the idea across. But over time I was like, I should add more stuff. I should add more color. I should get voice actors. I should actually add production to this. And eventually it was like, okay, let's just make it a full actual episode, fully finished. Yeah, so it's just a matter of just getting started.
What are the influences in Loki IRL?
Surprisingly, people who watch it could already guess, but basically it's a mix of Powerpuff Girls and a ton of just like 2000s animes, any sort of like monster collecting animes or battle shonens, you know, stuff like Pokemon, Zatch Bell, Metabots was a big one, or just all the battle shonens like Naruto or My Hero and stuff. Just meeting weird people with cool powers is what I love about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, I guess Smiling Friends, because Smiling Friends would work in a bunch of mixed media, and it's like, I kind of want to treat this like the action version of Smiling Friends. Even some of the humor is very much kind of like that, because it means like, hey, I don't have to draw in between frames. Just draw 2 frames, you're done. Like, yeah, like that alien thing was kind of inspired by Invader Zim's with the eyes, but also Martian Queen from Duck Dodgers. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of just, like, things that vaguely resemble other things in this pilot. Like, looking back on it now, it's kind of like the most 2000s mishmash of everything that was going on in the 2000s ever.
The outfit for Loki, like it's some kind of Pachuco thing going on.
Yeah. I want to have it more Pachuco looking in possibly the future episodes, but Loki, I don't know, his face is kind of like Aku, which, I mean, some people draw the comparison to Aku from Samurai Jack, but as a teenager, I would draw Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, and the way I would draw Sweet Tooth is kind of like how I would draw Loki in terms of his face structure. So it's a lot of odd mixes of stuff.
How did the Cameo of Pop Slinger came to be?
I forget. Jose just came up to my Twitter DMs forever ago, and I don't know. I think they just requested for me to play the game or give me a review copy, and we talked a lot about production of stuff, and he'd tell me about what it took to make Pop Slinger and getting translations and stuff like that. Yeah, played it a few times, and although I mostly got lost at it, lost near the. After a while, I couldn't beat one specific boss, because I remember he told me that he had to nerf the game because it was too hard for some people, including me.
You can do this. Training for the tourney. That's good. Easy? Yes. But seems like I'm punching down with those artists.
You were talking about, in some of your videos, about your, I don't know how to call it, your Mexican heritage. So
on occasion, yeah, because my hometown was the most southern point of Texas, McAllen. So there's a lot of Mexican people there and stuff. So yeah, and my family is from various parts of Mexico. Some in Tampico and others in other places. But yeah.
So you are Mexican.
Well, born in America, but I guess no, I'm Latinx. Yeah. Latin American, yeah.
Because there's a saying from a Mexican singer, that says that Mexicans are born wherever the fuck they want. Because according to Mexican Constitution, if you are a son or a daughter of Mexican nationals, you can have Mexican nationality.
Yay. Well, sometimes I reference very specific stuff, or I'll be tweeting about hey, anyone remember the theme song to Ramna One Half in Mexico? It's better than the Japanese theme song. Oh yeah, which Loki IRL already has a dub finished, and it's being mixed right now. What to say? Well, for one thing, in Loki, there's all these graphics, these between commercials, there's all these lore dumps on just things that I thought would be fun just to include, since in case anyone wants to read them. But that's also being translated to Spanish, all that text. It does bug me whenever I watch a cartoon in Mexico, whenever English text pops up and a narrator has to read it out loud. It's that ruins the vibe.
Invasor Sim.
Although I think that may happen in Loki's dub. Maybe I'll re-alter some of the text for those sections if I can.
Excellent, but there was a specific need to dub it? Is just for to have it in Spanish?
Just the idea of having it in other countries, because so far that's what we made, but I have gotten contacts for other places to be dubbed, and that'd be great. Which also it's kind of weird, because it's They don't know. People in other countries don't know who I am, so it's more of fresh eyes. Because a lot of people are distracted by my voice or my sense of humor, and some people have said Loki has too many inside jokes. But when looking at the analytics, like most of the viewers that have been watching Loki so far have been like completely new people who aren't familiar with me and haven't really complained about the repeating of voices or inside jokes. They're not aware of that. So it's like, wild to see just people who don't recognize me enjoy it. Oh, there's some people that aren't into it either. But yeah, a surprising amount are hyper fixated on it. Like I got fan art by people who don't even follow me, which is so weird.
It also speaks about the talent of your work, that they don't need be fans of your YouTube videos to recognize that Loki IRL is something that they like.
Oh yeah, it's like, I don't know, I wanted to appeal to any artist, but also it is pretty, I don't know, I guess some of it's kind of broad for anyone to like enjoy. I do on occasion get Mexican fans that understand my inside jokes or references to certain things. Yeah, but what I've been doing since around, I think, 2022 or so is I've been saving a lot of my videos, but without my voice, on the off chance I want to like dub them. So maybe I'll give them to the my Spanish friend that was like dubbing Loki and have them make Mexican Rebel Taxi.
Yeah, Mexican Rebels. That sounds fun.
Well, I don't know. Like in general, I always say that. Well, all art's not political, but all art is influenced by somebody's politics. Like how someone grew up or what they see on the news every day. Like I feel like that's gonna subconsciously alter how you draw art. And I don't know. Some artists are more influential on like Mexican stuff than others. Like Jordan Vasquez, I don't really see too much of that. But someone like Jorge Gutierrez, yeah, you can very much see it in his stuff. But also, I always found it funny, like how for Jordan Vasquez, the main human kid Dib was based off him, and he's pasty white. But years later, for the continuation movie that came out like a decade after Enter the Florpus, Dib became tan, and it's all because Jonan also became tan over time. So it's just like, I don't know, just people just work in their lives into their work, and because Dib was supposed to be a pasty white Latino character. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not very good with this like specific question, but I don't know.
No, I actually think that it's very, very important because Latinos come in all shape, sizes, colors. Some of them speak Spanish, some of them don't, and that doesn't mean that they are not Latin. You know, it's very, very complex. We work with a lot of Latino community in California, and some of them feel like they don't belong, you know, because they recognize. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like, oh well, I get what you're saying, but like, yeah, just a mix of just like not white enough or not Latino enough. Like honestly, what movie that I really admire? Well, it's a black movie, but I feel like it could be broad enough for other people. Was Dope, starring Shamik Moore, the voice of Spider-Man, Spider-Verse Spider-Man. Yeah, like it's a movie about just like, again, not fitting into any particular race, or not fit into the stereotypes, and not knowing what you belong to. Like, I don't know, there's so many different places with different versions of like Spanish or Latin and Hispanic. Like anywhere you go is going to be a different flavor of it, and you know, Chicano is a whole different version of that itself. But as we saw with that controversy with that one cartoon, Primos, the one that got, you know, Oye Primos. Yeah, there's a lot, like it was intended to appeal to Mexican Americans, but there were so many different types of types of Latinos that people are like, this doesn't represent me. This doesn't represent me. It's like, it's a specific kind. And yeah, it's so hard to appeal to everybody.
Gracias Pan Pizza por ofrecer esta entrevista a Codec y también por compartir estas reflexiones de lo que significa ser latino fuera del estereotipo. No solo es un creador excelente de contenido, también es una inspiración personal por su forma de editar y contar historias. Y si tienes la mínima curiosidad en su contenido y sabes un poquito de inglés, por favor, visita su canal. Si quieres apoyar el periodismo independiente y te gustan los videos como este, suscríbete al canal, dale click a la campanita. Yo soy Hans Leguizamo y hasta la próxima.
It's juice and jam time.